Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. I am Colonel RPG, as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we ask Morte what to do next.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Hey, yeah, what do you think we should do next? Well, here's how I see things. Looks like we need to find out more about that night hag Ravel, and I have to tell you, Chief, I'm not looking forward to that. The Fast Hall Sages and some of the sensory stones might be able to tell us something, though. Festival sensory stones.
Updated my journal.
Sorry, Chief, I keep forgetting you have all the knowing of a green prime. Look, the Festival is the main keep of the sensate factions in the Clerk's Ward. They have libraries of sensory stones that store experiences, and they have plenty of sages, lecturers, and trainers that might be able to tumble us onto the dark of what's up with Ravel. Okay, good point. Let's move on then. Let's move on! Because, actually, let's move on somewhere else, because we didn't go upstairs. And we didn't go downstairs as well, or either. Okay, so we have a few things to do over here. That everybody just forces that. It's good stuff. I probably should actually open it, lockpick it, because we can do that now. This place looks very creepy. This guy not only collects skulls, but he's got everything made of bones, and I'm not really sure I like that. Where are we? Oh. This is a new area. I mean, we've been here before. Bones of the Night. This is interesting. Got were-rats in here. They shouldn't attack now that we've kind of... Oh, that's Mantuwalk. We never actually talked to him, did we? You see a half-man, half-rat hybrid. Its red eyes gleam with a certain cunning, and the voice that issues from its mouth is oily and insinuating. So, a biped comes slinking into the nest of Lothar's servants. What do you want, man? And where do you intend to go? Step lightly, intruder, and speak the truth to Mantuwalk. Who are you? I am Mantuwalk. I am the voice of many as one, and the emissary of Lothar, master of bones. I speak here, and you answer. What do you want here? Who is many as one? In this place, flesh, I ask the questions. I do not answer them. What do you want? I'm just looking around. That is unacceptable. You must have a purpose in the king's nest. Then I'll leave. Yes, you will. Return not, or you shall suffer. Okay, well, let's suffer, I guess. You return, men, think what you want. I'm looking for the person in charge here. You seek Lothar? Yet you have come from his sanctum. Go now, and I shall forget I have seen you. Very well. Interesting, he doesn't let me through. I do wonder if we could, get in here from another place. There's a door over here. Let's give it a try. Okay. Looks like a dead end. It does look like a dead end. Okay, it's all good. Let's get out of here. Basically, we have nothing here. I really want to go over there. We have to go to a couple of places now that we can talk to the dead, apparently. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see about this night hag Ravel thing. Where's the exit? Oh, it's over through here. Yeah. Ravel, she had a name. A second name, I should say. A wrecked house over there. Coffin maker. We haven't been there. Have we been there? To the upper ward. We've been to the marketplace.
I'm gone.
Yeah, we've been over here. Right? Did we go in there? I don't know. No, we haven't. Ooh, we have a lot of people in here. Lovely. Drixel. You see a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction, with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He nods as you approach. Good day, citizen. Greetings. How may I help you, citizen? He gives you a friendly look. I have some questions. Certainly, citizen. Who are you? He gives you a slight bow. I am Harmonium Guard Drixel, citizen. I keep the peace here at the market. Okay, tell me about the Harmonium. He snaps to attention. Our belief is simple. We are the light. We are the way. We are order. We are truth. And he steals his expression. There wasn't even a question for me joining them. You see, some Bergs talk about doing battle with chaos to restore order and harmony, but they haven't got the stones to do anything about it. The Harmonium, we take action. We keep order on Sigil's streets and on the plains. And he nods to you matter-of-factly. Go on. He looks even bolder as he speaks. And we don't keep order with words, we fight. And fight hard to maintain and enforce order. Cross-traders, knights of the posts, in-depths, actually. Anarchists, Zaositeks, Tanari fiends, and all best beware the Harmonium's shadow. Chaos can only exist in an air of tolerance. What can you tell me about the other factions? He looks rather bored, then shrugs his shoulders. Nothing. They are not a part of the truth that is the Harmonium. I have not studied them. I need to buy some weapons. He gestures at the market. Plenty of merchants here, citizen. You can find what you need with them. That's interesting. Their faction is interesting. I need to buy some magic items. Yeah, he just basically goes back to that I misclicked. We got a female shopper over here. You see a young woman with pale yellow skin. She seems to be busy examining some wares in a crate. Greetings. She glances over her shoulder at you, then turns to face you. Aye, and to you. What you be wanting? I need some questions. She looks somewhat irritated, but gives you a friendly smile. I'll help if I can. What do you be needing to know? Well, nothing. It's fine. So you just can ask about weapons and stuff. So we got male shopper, female shoppers, and that's about that. And we have over here Alec. That seems like the first person that we need to talk to. We have a market worker over there. Maybe I need to talk to him. You see an older man with long white hair and weathered yellow skin. He stands tall despite his obvious age. He smiles and gives you a slight bow. Greetings. And to you as well, Cutter. How may I serve you? He raises his eyebrows and as he waits your answer. Have some questions? He frowns. Forgive me, Cutter, but I sell items of a magical nature, not information. If it is information you need, then you must acquire it elsewhere. I'm interested in some spells. He nods and glances about the market. Forgive me, Cutter, I only sell magical items. You should talk to Cinder. His stall is over by the furnace, towards the exit. Okay, show me what you have for sale. Okay, so I can sell him... I suppose I can't sell him much, because I don't have really that much to sell. I do have a few things, but they're not... for sale. Okay. I didn't give Mortes his stuff. I'm gonna need to take care of inventory later. So he's got a bunch of charms. Okay. He's got one of these things. Look at that. Ring of the Traveler. What's that for? These rings are quite... Oh, +1 armor class. It's an interesting one. Actually could buy that without much problem. The Displacer ring is a little bit better, though. Sadistic Frame. When used, this item causes an attacker to feel the same pain and hurt that he has inflicted upon the user. Interesting. Does that work against all attackers or just once, or it doesn't really tell me. There's a male market worker over here. Let's have a chat with him. You see a wiry older man who appears to be watching all the market workmen. Occasionally he barks out an order to the workers, who hastily comply. He frowns at your approach. Greetings. His frown turns into a scowl. I know you. You're that Burke who's been running around asking all the questions. He stares at you, daring you to deny it. Attitude, apparently. What if I am? He narrows his eyes at you. Well, if you are, then you should know that you're a pest and I don't have time for pests. And my men don't as well, so leave them alone. I don't like you or your attitude. How about... No, let's not go with that. I don't want to teach him any lessons. I just need to have a few questions answered. He gives you a self-satisfied nod. Yeah, well, I don't have time to answer for you. Or time or answers for you. I suggest you leave before I call the guard. And don't be bothering my men, you hear? So call the guard. I can handle them. He nods. As you wish, you Barmy Burke. Guards, I've got a situation here. Okay. What? They can't call the guards on me just for saying things. That's not how my sword works. What? That's weird. Okay, so I can look into that. Probably gonna be really disliked for this. Not really. I'm down for that. We have a Charm of Infinite Recall. I think we have a few of those. There we go. We have a copper piece over here. This is an interesting one. +1 luck temporary. This copper piece has been clipped. Most of the copper has been shaved off, no doubt, to still keep the appearance of it, or keep the appearance it is a coin, and allowing the clipper to use the shaved copper to make another coin. Really? What? Sure. Okay. We don't have this. I'm gonna put it over there. I need these rags over there. Oh, look at that. Cleaning rags. That's the second cleaning rags that we get. Okay. Market workers. Good. Enze, a female worker over there. Let's see if I can take... I can, indeed. Let's see. We've got Laszlo. I wonder if it's Laszlo from GTA. It's an interesting character. More interesting in GTA 3 than in San Andreas? I think he appears in San Andreas and GTA 4 as well. Anyway, you see an older... Sorry, it's just mixing genres here. You see an older, stern-looking man. His face is a mixture of wrinkles and frown lines. Greetings. He gives you a quick, stiff bow. Hi, greetings to you as well. Enze is me name. What you be needing? Some questions. He gives you a toothless grin. I reckon I got the time to give you the chant. What you be needing to know? What's that furnace used for? He glances at the furnace and then lowers his voice. The furnace does nothing other than teach me lazy boy's responsibility. That boy is always yapping and talking and such. Reckons himself a scholar and don't know the value of the real work. If you have any serious questions, well, he may be better to ask than me. Okay, well, it's good. I'd like to buy some weapons. Okay, I can buy weapons from him. Seems like it's very poor weapons, but oh, we do have a magic punch dagger over here, because I had one, and I don't have one anymore, because I sold it. But it's just not really interesting weapons. Can I buy magic items? You can talk to Alec next door. May have what you need. Yep, Alec is down there, so I need the guy by the, furnace. Oh, that's the furnace, maybe. And that's Laszlo. Okay, so that's the guy. I wonder what these Abishai... Oh, and Karina. Let's have a chat with Karina first. You see a pretty young woman wearing simple clothes. She wanders about the market and examines everything, but does not make any purchases. You notice that people seem to be avoiding her, but they try not to make it obvious. She flashes you a warm smile as you approach. Greetings. Her smile broadens. Hello, I'm Karina. It's a pleasure to meet you, Cutter. And she continues to smile and waits for your response. I have some questions. And she nods her head. All right, what do you want to know? Where do I buy some weapons? She smiles and points to one of the counters. Anze over there sells weapons, all kinds of weapons. Are you a warrior? How silly of me. Of course you are. I mean, how could you not be with all those scars? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't mention those. You're not sensitive about them, are you? No, I've gotten used to them, I guess. She looks relieved. Oh, good. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, or anyone else's for that matter. You just have to be careful what you say to someone, you know? I mean, people are different and you never know. What may offend one person may not offend another. So, anyway, and she pauses for a breath and smiles at you. So where can I buy some magic? See, she smiles and points to one of the counters. Alec over there sells magic things. Are you a mage? You don't look like one, and I guess looks can be rather deceiving. I don't know what a mage really looks like, now that I think about it. Do you? Yeah, they wear robes with funny symbols and a pointy hat. Really? That's good to know. I mean, mages scare me, so I want to know what they look like. I guess it's all that power they have, and they do really incredible things and all, but you don't know what they look like. Warriors and priests and you know, other powerful people just look powerful with all that stuff they carry around and that says they are powerful people. But not mages. And she pauses. Yeah. Anyway, I have some other questions. So you really like to talk, don't you? She shuffles her feet and looks embarrassed. Well, I've been told that I probably talk a bit too much, and, well, people tend to avoid me, and I don't really have any friends or male friends courting me. Sometimes I get lonely. Her voice gets lower and lower until she is finally silent. She stares at the ground at her feet. Well, I don't think you're a bad person, Karina. I happen to like you.
Updated my journal.
She gives you a hopeful look. Really? Thank you so much. I don't know your name. I don't really remember my name. She frowns, starts to say something, and then thinks better of it. She shrugs her shoulder. What's in a name? It's just nice to know I have a friend. She smiles. Very well, Karina. Okay, so she's just a chatty, young little girl, I guess. It's cool. Hey, Laszlo. You see a young boy with pale yellow skin. His clothes are dirty and in need of mending. Currently, he is standing to a furnace. Greetings. He turns and gives you a half smile as he sets down his work. Hail, do you need some help? Yeah, I have some questions. Aye, I'd be pleased to help you if I could. The boy looks grateful not to be toiling over the furnace. What is it I can answer for you? What is this place? This place? It's the open-air market. A lot of buyers and sellers come here to set up their kip for the day. I've been here for a good time. I've been working here for a while under the eye of Maddah. He looks a little distant. One day I could be running his stall, I could. What is it that you do here? He points proudly at the furnace. The furnace! It's just, and he shrugs his shoulders. I don't know what it's used for, but my dad says it's important to keep it stoked and burning right. He wipes sweat from his brow and glances about. Is your father one of the merchants here? He nods. Hanze, he's his name. That's my dad's stall over there. He gestures at a stall to the right of the furnace. If you don't have what you need, he may be able to point you to it. What kind of goods are available? He thinks for a bit. Well, there's many things to be had. Food, drink, magic, weapons. You're looking to buy some supplies, maybe? How about magic items? Aye, magic can be had. He looks around the area, then points towards the far counter. That's Alex's stall over there, and he might have some things. What about weapons? I mean, I can help you. That's his stall over there. And he points you to a stall just to the right of the furnace. His name is Anze. Okay, I have some other questions. Aye, I'd be pleased to help you if I could. Okay, can you tell me about this ward? He nods. Oh, aye, this here is the lower ward. Common folk live here, like me and my dad. His eyes widen a bit and he looks excited. Do you know why it's called the lower ward? No, well, actually, I know, but why is it called the lower ward? Well, as it's reckoned, the ward's got a mess of portals to the lower planes all riddled through it like cheese. So it does, so I suppose that, that's why the name stuck. He smiles proudly. Do any creatures come out of these portals? His eyes grow a little wider. Aye, they do. Most of them just stopping through. He swallows nervously and looks around, looks worried. You look nervous. You've seen this yourself? Aye, I've seen it. He pauses and swallows again. It was just last week or so. I saw a couple of Abishai come through a portal. They talked a bit about, you know, then one of them went back through. The one they stayed in is still there. And he frowns. What were they talking about? I don't know for sure. To me, it was just hissing and such, but I think they was talking about the tower. He shrugs. The tower?
Updated my journal.
Aye, that's the one strangest thing to be in the strangest sights to be in the ward. No one really knows how long the scarred old tower has been around. You can't get into it, you know. Bolted up tighter than a chastity belt. I'd be curious to know what's in there. He thinks for a moment. The Abishai was gesturing at the tower and the portal. They was looking for the key, I bet.
What key?
The key to the portal that leads to the tower. Every portal has a key that opens it somewhere. The key can be a gesture, an item, or even a thought. Many have tried hard to get into the tower. No matter how hard they try, to fail.
Maybe the secret to getting in
Is not to want to get in?
updated my journal.
He shrugs. I don't know, Cutter. Maybe. Oh. That's gotta be interesting. How could you do that? Well, actually you can. You scare some... That seems... There's a few ways to do that, actually. If you can get an accomplice, an unwitting accomplice, you can fool somebody into thinking the tower is really, really bad. So you just say, okay, you don't want to get in there. We're just gonna go. It's just like you scare them half to death, right? And you just, okay, come with me to wherever the portal is. You know where the portal is? Just go there. Come with me, and you don't want to get into the tower, and because he's there, the portal opens, and that's that. And even if the portal only opens for him, you can still push him into the tower, and pushing him while he doesn't want it, that you will only open the portal more, because, you know, it's not, I don't want to go, and all that. So you just force him into the tower, while having told him before that, you know, if something terrible happens in our adventure, and he'll be scared, yeah, he'll be scared crapless of that, but if something happens, look into your pockets, and just give him the instructions to, I don't know, teleporting you in there, or something like that, or... something happens. I'm sure there's a way out, but this might be very dangerous, of course. But that would be ways to get in there. Tell me where this portal is located.
Updated my journal.
He stops to think for a moment. There's a drawbridge-like contraption back of the tower, east of the market. That's where it is. He gets a far away look. I have some questions then. Oh, this is really good, actually, that we found that. What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? The center of the plains, the city where almost everything intersects. Never boring, really. The Lady of Pain is the law, and the rest of us mostly try and bang out, leaving under her shadow, not shallow. He barks a laugh, then coughs.
What can you tell me about the Lady of Pain?
I don't know much about her. She keeps the power out of Sigil, keeps the fiends out, and talks and deals with nobody, except maybe the Dabbas. She'll ban you in the dead book damn quick if you worship her, or... If you worship her? What? Wait a minute. She will pen you in the dead book damn quick if you worship her or try and hurt Sigil. What? Serious? What? Is that a... What does... Her face and blades surrounding it would be the last you'd see.
Interesting.
At the mention of a face surrounded by blades, a memory forces itself into your consciousness. For a moment you see... Oh, wait a minute. We've seen her. We've seen the Lady of Pain. She was the like, shaded by blades. And I thought he was a hood. But no. Because the text wasn't clear exactly that it was this. But we've seen her. We've seen her in our memories. Or not memories, anamnesia or something. For a moment you are standing in a darkened alley, breathing heavily. Approaching you in the darkness is an uncannily beautiful woman. Well, it's not uncanny, come on, she just has a slim waist and full breasts. But sure. Well, at least according to the description we had before. Her face shrouded in blades. Again, it's this. And with cold eyes. Suddenly the memory fades and you are talking to the lad once more. Okay, we've dealt with the Silent King. So we can deal with this lady about of the shaded blades. I think. Maybe. I don't know how dangerous she actually is. Hopefully she's not. Hopefully I have pull-out armor or something. Why does everyone seem to have yellow skin around here? Why do you... What? That's not how you... Okay, whatever. It's the sickness it is, caused by the bad air. What with the smoke and all, the factory smogs, it can get pretty hard to breathe easily around here. And he shrugs. Some days it's good to be out when the smogs linger too long. They can scald your eyes right off the skull, so it says. So it's said.
Yeah, can't something be done about it?
I don't know. At times winds come from the spire and blow the city clear of smog. That's not as often as would be liked. He blinks, glances around, and then shrugs. Ladies will, I guess. Don't make much sense, but then little does if you look at it long enough.
Sure, I guess.
Sure. Is there anything worth seeing around here? Not much to see. The Great Foundry is impressive, though. You might check that out. Home to the believers, you know. He stops to think. Most of the more amazing sights are in some of the upper wards. It might be better to look around there. I hear there's a brothel there, the Fast Hall, and some other places that are more interesting. I don't know for sure. I've been here all my life.
Okay, tell me about the foundry.
Center of the ward, pretty much. An impressive structure, to be sure. You can't miss it. Just head north. You'll know it by the big gates. He marks it on your map.
Okay, what about the believers?
They've got a bunch of names. Believers, Godsmen, Believers of the Source. We mostly just call them Godsmen. They have their kip in the Great Foundry, and they seem to get by pretty well. They're a pleasant bunch. They believe that everybody can be great, or as great as the powers even, if you just strive to reach it. It might mean you have to start life over a bunch of times, but eventually you'll get there after a time.
So they're another faction here? What faction are you?
He smiles. Oh, me? And me dad are Indepts. We're a faction that's not really a faction. We're a faction that believes that people are free to do as they will. We're a pretty loose bunch, and we don't take too kindly to making or obeying other factions.
What is the purpose of all these factions?
He glances at you. The factions are them that govern most of Sigil and the day-to-day business. There's a bunch. There's the dead, the dustmen. They take great care of all the dead bodies on the streets. And then there's the governors that make the law, and the sensates. There's a number of factions. Here in the lower ward, we mostly deal with the believers, the godsmen. He nods in the distance. They have their keep in the Great Foundry, and they're a pleasant enough bunch.
Okay, what can you tell me about those other factions?
Nothing really. Never cared being an inept at all. The faction houses have plenty of people who'll give you a chance. Go ask them.
Okay, what about the foundry?
Yeah, he goes back to that. Okay, so that actually reminded me that apparently we can have a conversation with Anna. And I don't know what that is going to entail. I don't know if I can have it right now, but let's have a chat with her before. Let me see if the game there. Now that we have Morte with us.
What is it you want then?
Anna. Oh, Anna, sorry. When Pharaoh... No, wait a minute. That's... So that we have had that conversation already. Let's see if this is the one. Okay, so we asked this before. Yeah, she talks about... Yeah, we have asked this before. This is not the question I wanted to ask. The thieving skills is the one. But I can't... Okay, so yeah, I apparently we can flirt with her. But I should have Morte with me at the time. So, because apparently there's things that happen. Or he says stuff, so I'm interested in that. But I don't remember seeing that as an option when we talked to her before. We have seen her over here. That seems like a trader, maybe? I see a large bolstery merchant. It is, yeah. He looks to be totally hairless, and his pale yellow skin is scarred as if from burns. He looks at you intently as you approach.
Greetings.
He smiles at you.
Greetings, I'm Cinder. I heard about ya. You be the scarred, clueless fella that be going around the wards asking questions. Oh, what can I be helping you with?
You look like you have a few scars yourself.
He frowns, then begins to laugh.
I do. A few years back, I had me keep set up in the hive. Some barmy mage decided to burn the word right out of sigil. Almost took me with it. Sick for a month, I was.
A month? That's not all that long.
He nods and gets a faraway look for a moment.
Aye, it could have been worse. Local mage healed me, fixed the scars and all. Could have grown my hair back, but I kind of like the look.
Well, then you... Sure. Do you think this mage could help me with my scars?
He looks you over, then shrugs.
I don't see why not. Your scars don't look that bad.
He looks at you closely.
I know. Now, who's to say? You should talk to him yourself. Name's Sebastian, and he set his kip up over by the foundry.
Yeah, I've been to him already. I might do that. What is this place?
Oh, wait a minute. I asked for a question and says,
I'd be pleased to answer your questions. About the shop and the wares you see here. That is, I'm not doubt. I'm no doubt. I'm not no doubt. I'm not. He says.
What is this place?
He probably gestures around him.
It's the open air market. One of the best shops that be in Sigil. Fortune smiles on you to have entered it, Cutter. We have an empty stall.
Do you? Wait a minute. Oh, well, we have an empty stall. Yeah. He points at the stall next to his.
If you be a merchant yourself, you can just set up your keep and barter with the rest of us as long as you isn't too loud or too much of a bother.
Why is that stall empty?
He glances at the empty stall.
A merchant by the name of Zach had his kip there. Got himself a page in the dead book recently.
Yeah, strange story that is.
Strange in what way?
He thinks for a moment.
Well, I don't know the dark of it all, but Zach had a bit of a business trouble and needed some coin. He got himself a loan from Byron Pickett, the moneylender. After that, Pickett started trying to take the business from him, but Zach refused.
He sighs and shakes his head.
Not long after that, Zach was a debtor. Pickett took his window, Trist,
Took his widow, Trist,
to court to get the jink Zach owed.
Oh, the widow to court, yeah.
She claimed the debt was paid and said she had the papers to prove it, but they turned up missing.
So what happened?
Yeah, with no proof of the debt being paid, the business was sold and the widow Trist held responsible for the remaining debt. She couldn't pay, so it's the block for her.
The block?
Aye, the auction block. If you can pay your debts, you get sold into service for a few years as punishment.
He shakes his head sadly. Where can I find the block?
Head north from the market. You can't miss it because of the crowd.
Okay. You said something about missing papers.
Updated my journal.
Aye, Trist be saying that her husband Zach paid the loan in full and that she had the papers to prove it. When she said that to get them, they was gone.
When she went to get them, yeah. He snorts and looks angry.
I'd be laying jink down that Pickett be behind it.
Where can I find this Pickett?
Sets his kip up right outside the market, Cutter. You can't miss him.
Is anyone looking into this matter?
Aye, the harmonium.
He pauses for a moment, then sighs.
No evidence of wrongdoing could be found, of course. Corvus, one of the Harmonian guards here at the market, is really interested in finding what happened to Zach. If anything were to be found, he'd be the one to take it to.
Where can I find Corvus? Maybe that's the guy that we talked to before.
I can usually find him over there by the west exit.
Yep.
Would there be anything else you need to know?
Where can I find Byron Pickett?
Sets his keep up right outside.
Okay, so I've asked about that before. So this guy's the one that sells spells?
Yeah, I'm interested in spells.
I think I can help you. Let me show you my wares.
All right. So what do we have? Scroll of Armor. That's an interesting one. Grants an armor of 6 to the target. It is cumulative with dexterity bonuses, but nothing else. Spell lasts until the wearer. So basically, if you have like +2 rings and all this sort of stuff. But that's still pretty good. That's a pretty decent armor. That's pretty good. So I might go for that. For a couple. No, can only have that one. The Magic Missile Scroll, that definitely is good. The Blindness over here, oh, that definitely is good. Although, what is the... it's a check. The problem is it never works like I wanted to, so I'm not going to get it. Scroll of Knock, I don't need it because I got her. Scroll of Blur, that one is better. Blur is pretty decent, and the Cone of Cold... Oh, the Cone of Cold is so expensive, I'm not going to take it. Cloak of Warding, what is that against? Shield that absorbs 3 to 12 points of damage +1 per level of the caster. That's a pretty interesting one. Scroll of Tasha's Unbearable Derisive Laughter. I remember this one. These guys just go crazy with the spell names. What man does not feel their body filled with burning shame when mocked by a woman? Well, that's... what's the word? generalizing, yeah. Fill the years, okay, whatever. What's that? A 30 feet radius from that spot. All male living creatures with an intelligence of +4 in range of the spell must make a saving throw versus spells or get a -2 to their attacks. Okay, that's kind of, yeah. Scroll of Vampiric Touch, never use that. Scroll of Confusion, that one is pretty good actually. How many creatures does it affect? Target, where's the target? As per the name, this spell causes 1 to 4 creatures plus 1 creature per level to become confused. Yeah, that one is pretty good. Let's take it. Force Missiles. Improved Strength, I think I have that. Shroud of Shadows, don't think I need that. The Remove Curse, we have that already. So I'm going to take the Confusion. And that's going to be that for this episode as well, because we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead, leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!